Okay, this is October 20th, 2024. I'm in Taiwan, and this is Zing Wu, who's in Australia. And last Sunday in our online dream group, she brought in a little dream that we worked with that I thought merited a little more conversation. Okay, so this is Zing Wu, and go ahead, say whatever you want to say, Zing.
Okay. Well, thank you, Bill. I have joined your dream group for more than 4 years, and I think it's really important to me because I think what my dream shows me, um, it's always a great strength for me, and it's come from our inner self. Um, I think in my dream, it shows that I need to let things go. And I think dream group is a perfect place for me to, because I can reveal my true feeling in your group because it's really safe and just safe place that I can just be myself there. So when I can open up myself, then I can start to notice that something is actually not belongs to me. So I can let them go. So I think in dream group, it's a place I can start to know who I am, and then I acknowledge or I aware what I like, just like in the dream group, it always says the dream, tell where you are uh, in your life stage and what happened in your life. And it use a more a metaphor ways that we can really see what happened in ourselves with a like more objective way through our dream. And I think it's just amazing. It's like a self-healing way and without any instruction, rules, it just automatically through the members' support because they I think we help each other every dream just show our the light in all of us, all the human being, we have that wisdom in us. It just it's there all the time, just we didn't realize we have it. And I could think through dream, we know we have those treasure, beautiful wisdom in us. And it's not come from somebody, it's from us. So I think I really thank you for your dream group.
Well,
Yeah.
I want to thank you for being in the dream group because you epitomize what the dream group is about. And so many people come for different reasons. And there's certain things you said here that I just want to emphasize because they're so important. You said you talked about coming to the dream group to know who you are. And this, I just want to say, this is the Ullman Dream Group. And it's so rare to find a dream group this good like this. We're an international group. We had to draw from all around the world to find enough people, just a few people, to make a dream group. Because the reason the dream group is what it is because of you and the others in the group. Most people in the world don't come to dream for this reason, to know who I am. They come to dreams to discover what is wrong with me. They come to dreams from a psychological angle, what complex do I have? What syndrome am I laden down with? And you had a dream this past Sunday that really struck me is hitting to the core of this issue. And so that's one reason I invited you to make this interview. But I believe that's not the function of dreams to tell us what's wrong with us. They tell us what's right about us, which means who I am. And I think you hit it on the head. I just wanted to emphasize that. I wanted to put an exclamation mark next to what you said. And another thing you said, you talked about tapping into an automatic healing system.
Yeah.
Montague Ullman said that about dreams. He said dreams are healing. It's an inborn healing mechanism. And he goes into great length about it. But the last time I was in New York, up to New York State, there's a very, very dear friend of mine from way back. Her name is Julie. And her daughter was interested, seemed to be interested in what we're doing. So I invited her to our dream group. And then I told her some of the things like what you said, just simple things that we talk about and we know is true because we experience it week in and week out. And I wrote this to her, and I also sent a copy to Julie because it's her daughter. I don't want to be talking to her daughter behind her back. And so Julie fired off an email back to me saying that the things I was saying were creepy. I don't think to know who I am is creepy. And this person sees a psychologist and has been seeing one probably every week or something. I think that's creepy to consult with someone else to find out who you are. Whereas inside yourself, like you said, you have this automatic healing mechanism. And the group of us suffices to bring out, round it out, let it come out, because the whole sometimes is very small. It can't get out, But with a bunch of people, the whole is bigger and it can come out because different people see different aspects of it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I don't think it's creepy. I really don't think what we're doing is creepy. To me, it's rather touching.
Yeah.
So I just want to say that those two things you said, I really agree with. Now, because our time, I guess our time is tight, right? Let me go to where's it? Here it is. You came last. Excuse me.
Bless you.
A sneeze. Anyway, you came last Sunday with a dream, a little dream. You said I had this dream. You had it quite some time ago, as I remember.
Yeah.
And you brought this up, this dream, and you told us this little dream. And this was your dream. I am looking for my motorbike in a car park. I think that's the British for parking lot. Then I used a cell phone to call someone. Then I realized that it's not my phone, and neither is it my wallet. I am in kind of a meeting area. I need to put back an item, but I cannot find where. Can't find where to put it. The man does not help me. There's a man there. He doesn't help me. He wants me to find it by myself. I'm anxiously looking. I have a class to attend, but I need my motorbike to get there, but I cannot find it. This was your dream, this little dream. And I don't know if you knew what it meant, but when I heard it, I thought, oh my God, how are we going to work with a dream like that? Because all the ways we work with dreams, they're actually, people think, oh, you're so brilliant, you can figure out dreams. It's not true. We just have experience. And dreams have certain habits, like a little animal. Like I once went to visit something, and this giant male goose came charging at us. And there was an old man with us. We were all afraid of the goose, but not the old man. He just walked up to the goose and he reached out and he started scratching the top of his head. And the goose became so nice and friendly, He knew about geese or gooses or whatever they are, and we didn't. And that's the way it is with dreams. We know a little bit about dreams, about the way they work. And so we look at a dream like this, I say, oh my God, we're not going to be able to figure out, one, because nothing is real in this dream, you told us. And that makes it difficult for us to figure out what the dream refers to. Because what we want to do when we work with a dream, we have a dream coming down from somewhere or coming up from somewhere. We have a dream, and then we have a life. And unless we can bring these together and see click where they click, we can't say what the dream means. We don't know anything about the dream or about the life, for that matter. But with this dream, it's not so possible. Nothing is real except the meeting. The meeting area you said was real because it reminded you of the religious
a place, yeah,
places
religious
where
place.
the Buddhist, Tibetan Buddhist places where you were with your family. So that was the only possible clue, and one clue usually isn't
Yeah,
enough, you know. Like even ancient sailors, when they were navigating the vast
the book.
Pacific Ocean, the way they got from Taiwan to Hawaii was by the
Um,
stars.
uh,
They needed three stars. They could triangulate and get there. We need three things. We need more. We can't just get there on just one clue. Like Sherlock Holmes, you know, he finds something. Oh, this is
yeah,
interesting. But unless he finds this other thing too, doesn't make any, it's not going to help him at all. You need two or three things, you know. So
yeah.
this dream seemed impossible. And so, and yet it turned out to be, in my opinion, one of the most consequential dreams I've ever worked with or seen. And in all the years that I've been doing the dream group, because the dream is there. It's like a picture, and but the thing about the dream is a picture that enables you to see through to another picture behind it, and
Yes, yes.
that's what all dreams do. But this dream of yours did it more than any dream I've ever seen. So I just want to let you start. I've been talking a lot. Let you start talking about your amazing dream from last week. Say anything you want, and we'll just have a conversation
Yeah.
about it. I
Um,
don't know where you want to start and where you want to.
I think because you know when I shared my dream, because I have a certain idea, and it's not. I mean, before we have before our discussion, I got some idea of my dream, but after or during our discussion, I found out more. So I think that's the amazing way that when we work with a group of people, a good member, you actually help me to find out what's the real meaning that the dream want to shows to me. So I think it's really important.
This is
And I
true.
think yes,
Go ahead. Go
because
ahead.
the different aspects really bring me more idea that I didn't really realize it before. So that's why when I share my dream, I think, oh, should I? Because I know it got some meanings to me. But after that, it brings me like jackpot. It's like I hear something good. It's so important to me than what I think it is. And I think in my dream, I think every time you ask me what's my last thoughts of my dream, because I'm in a new environment, and of course you know that I listen to Dr. Young's the audio book every day. And I think this dream, when I was anxiety, I think my real life is like a full of anxiety in my real life. And somehow after because every night when I listen to Dr. Young's message that it always bring me the course like don't look outside the out world, look inside to yourself and who I am, what I'm doing, like who I am. And I think this dream comes out like because now I know like I have nothing. These I think like I don't have my motorbike, I don't have my wallet. It would be the motorbiker say it's like the way how I approach this road or how I reach out the outer world, the material um, world. And the wallet is how I valued myself or how I valued others. And I realized that I don't have any of them. I'm nobody. I have nothing. I think that's really important to me because I think when we ask who we are or who I am, this I, it's kind of to give me a time to pause how our thoughts or our mind work. Um, I think it's just like the ego part of self already control me for so long. So all the way I see is through the limited aspect of myself. That's why I will see I. I think it's a divine, it's that duality. You have he, I, me. It's like the world. I'm not part of the world. I am separate from the world. That's
Can
that.
I stop you? Don't
Yeah,
forget what you are. I just want to,
yeah.
because you ran through some things, and I want to, for the viewers, you mentioned a Dr. Jung, and you
Young.
mentioned
Yeah,
him and his message. Could you just tell us who he is? I don't know who he is. I've never, I
right.
think his messages are in Chinese, aren't they? Are they taped?
Yeah, yeah.
So who
It's
is this man, and what is he?
oh, he's Dr. Yang Ding Yi. He published lots of books, and we do like online workshop like every year. And and I think his message is like it's it's all from different aspect of the totality of life. That's the meaning, like totality from different aspect to see who we are is for physically, mentally, or spiritually. And I think I mentioned that in my dream. I was influenced by Buddhism religion since I'm little. And somehow, because I'm not wise enough, so some of the teachings I only can obey them. But this teaching, um, when I'm not mature enough, this teaching would actually cause me stress. Uh, Something it would stalk me or hold me up. But Dr. Young, his message would always open me up. And he even like after those years, when I go back to read the Buddhism Sutra, I can actually uh, get more close to what it says to me. Because before I'm kind of there's a wall behind like between me and Buddha's teaching. It's I'm separate from it. That's why I feel like I can't I know it's really the true wisdom there, but I can't reach it. But through all the practice from Dr. Yang Dingyi, that I can actually soft myself, the ego part of myself. Like I can, from the ego part, I can kind of like uh, step back and to have more picture of who we are. It's not from just one single aspect.
Wait, can I ask you
Yeah.
another thing now? I just for the people who are listening, because you're going fast, but they sort of want to know the pieces. Talk
Okay.
about the ego part of yourself, and versus you say talk about some other deep self picture. Is that what you said?
Yes.
You want to
Yes.
say anything
Yes.
about that? The
The
ego.
deep.
How is the ego part different? I know this too. Everybody knows this, but when we come from different areas, we say it in different ways.
Yes. Yes. I
I
think the
could say it in my own way. I would say if I were, it just popped into my mind. The ego part of myself is the conditioned part of myself. That's what people have told me to be. You are a nice boy. Do this. Don't do that. You are the do this. Don't do that. We all do this. All the and you talk about the deeper part of myself.
yes. Yeah.
And then you
My
talk about
ego.
religion and obeying teaching versus a different way. Do you want to say anything about all that?
Advantage. I think somehow those teaching would, I think when we say the ego part of ourselves, it's like we are more like in my personal experience, my ego part is always criticize myself, tell myself like I'm not good enough. Because when
That's what
we
that,
everything is not we need to be a better me. I need to fulfill this model. I need to be successful. I think in the end it's always tell me like I'm not good enough. That's why I need to to try, or I need. There always a a thing we need to reach a
yeah,
certain
exactly.
goal.
Exactly. In other words,
Ah,
Exactly. That's what the ego is. C.G. Jung says the ego is a part of us that judges us. There's always a judge, you're not good enough, or you need to get better. Now I guess it's important to have some sense of standards. Now, what is the other part? If it doesn't judge you, what does it do? The deep part.
That's the deeper part is always for um it's already perfect. It's perfect
Exactly, exactly.
in
That's
different
exactly it.
way. Because ego, part of itself, we have a good and bad for, but if you are in a higher uh our higher self is like a God. It see everything, it see the beauty from every every part of the world. For God, it's always perfect already.
That's
It,
exactly the truth.
yeah,
C.G. Jung has that same idea. The ego is judgment, but the self, he calls it the self, the deeper
the deeper,
part. You said like
yes,
God. What that does is acceptance. It accepts,
accept, yes,
self-acceptance. And when people in the dream group class, when I ask people, what did you get from this class? Almost all of them say, what I got the ability to accept myself. And
yes,
that's
it
so
is.
important, because until you accept yourself, how can you grow? It's like a tree. It's like a tree that's up off the ground, you know. It can't put its roots down. But if he gets into the ground, he puts his roots down, it can grow. We have to connect with ourselves, accept ourselves. We have to accept the dirt and grow. We grow from that.
Yes,
So
yes, it's all
what you're talking about,
nutrition.
but I just want to make sure that the people listening this understand what you're saying. These aren't just ideologies you're spewing off. This is all from your dream. This came from your dream. And we'll talk
Yes,
about that toward the end. All these
yeah.
ideas came out from inside this dream. They came out from inside Zing. And
Mm.
the reason Zing's dream touched me so much is because I've been working with dreams for almost all my life now. And this is what's happened. What you got from this one dream is what I've gotten from all my different dreams. And this is what dreams do. And Montague Ullman was working at this long before I was. And this is what he got to, you know. He 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 um he said what you just said is the deeper part is already perfect. Montague Ullman said that when he was an atheist. He didn't understand what religious people were talking about when they said spiritual and all that. He didn't understand what it was until he started working extensively with people's dreams. And then he found that in every single person deep in the dream, what came out of it was what he called an incorruptible core of being. There is a core of us. And that's what you call the acceptance part. There's a core of us that's already perfect. It doesn't need to be made perfect. It's already perfect. The problem is we're not there. We just need to get our root down there. And that's what you're saying. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yes,
And
yes,
that's what your
yes.
dream said. That's what this dream is so powerful. But go ahead. I don't mean to. Oh, wait, I'm
Okay.
sorry. There's one more
Yeah,
thing.
I,
I want to catch you as you go along because you move fast so people can understand. Next, you talked about religion and obeying the teachings. Would you
obeying
want to
teaching.
say about that? Say something about that?
I think we have got a lot of teaching. I think like a religion teaching is especially important to me because it's about it. It's not about the material things, so it's about our spirit. And then when you have those teaching, I think I would say the Buddha when he teach to when he teach to people, it's because he's an awakened man, so he teaching it's from his heart. But when we put it into religion, it's there's some um we have a human idea in it, so it's not pure as it is, or um like how do I say that? It's because religion it's too secret, sacred to me, too holy. So I can't just I always obey no matter what. But I think it's different because I think the Buddha teaching is like we have to put it like we have to experience, like try it and find a way. Because I think even the Buddha says, those knowledge I teaching you, you should let it go in the end. Because we I think as a human brain, we have the things to catch or to stay with something. Um, but I think the teaching, just like our life, it flows. So there is never a one teaching can apply to every stage in your life. But religion seems like it's it's there all the time, and you have to stick with it, and it's not flexible. I don't know what my explanation is. It's not offense the religion, just like if um we are not.
What you said when you worked with your dream,
Yeah,
you said it very beautifully. You said that you're in the dream. Let's go back to the dream. Hold it, give me a second. Let me find the dream. There's so many ideas here. Here it is. Blah 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 blah. Okay. I am a kind of a meeting where I need to put back an item, but I cannot find where. In the dream, you dream that you've got something you need to put back, but you can't find where to put it. And the way you connected with this is you talked about all the rules of religion. And there are all these rules that you study, they you trained, you took classes, you learned the rules, and you tried to obey them. But you find now that it's like wearing a straitjacket. You can't move. You're all wrapped up in
yeah,
all this stuff, and it's not really serving you. And what
yeah,
you said, it was a beautiful sentence. You said, "When those are not from my heart, they will harm or stress me unconsciously." If it doesn't, in
yes,
other words, if it comes from an outside rule, it doesn't do you good. Like Julie said that it's creepy. It's creepy that you're not following the book, that you're going inside yourself to find what the truth is. But what you said is only when it comes out from inside yourself is it healthy. That was
yes,
beautiful.
yeah,
That was the
yeah,
opposite of what Julie said. It was the opposite of creepy. It's real and it's powerful. And that's Jesus, that's Buddha, that's Lao Tzu, that's Chuang Tzu. I mean, all the great enlightened men down through history. And what you tell us is people made religions of them. Oh, they worship them, but that's not what it's about. It's to be them.
be yes, to
As
be
one teacher said, I'm not telling you to be a Buddhist. I'm telling you to be a Buddha. She said, I can't be a Buddhist. I'm Catholic. He's saying, I'm not telling you to be a Buddhist. I'm telling you to be a Buddha.
yes,
That's
we
the
are Buddha in a way. I think we are that
we
you
are.
mentioned. We
That's what
have
we are.
the core being is the Buddha, and even though Jesus says we have the Holy Spirit, we have something in us already.
Exactly. Of
So
course.
we have to connect it and
Exactly. Montague
reach
Ullman calls
it,
it the incorruptible core being.
incorporate
And you
core
and I
being.
do it by working with these dreams. And your dream is a perfect specimen of a dream that all this insight came flowing out of it. It's like just out of all this stuff comes flowing out, enriching the lives of everybody in the group. It really was beautiful what you did. Go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt you. I just want to make sure you include all the things that
Okay.
you go
And
ahead.
I think because when you say I want to return, there's something hold me up, but I don't know where. I think it's like, yeah, because I can't, it's from everywhere. That's why I don't know how to return them.
Oh,
Because they are from,
this is beautiful. It's from everywhere
it's
because
from
everywhere is
everywhere.
bombarding you with these fictitious ideas, looking at it from
The
the
fixing.
outside. And the look at it from and these people who obey everywhere, they think, oh, it's creepy to look inside. But it's inside is where you can return it. Just return it. It's not real. Let go.
Yes,
It's just
yes,
simply
let
not
go.
real. The idea it's a metaphor for something that's real. It's just
Yeah.
simply not real. And I experienced that in Chinese Zen Buddhism. The thing about Zen is it's not about ideas, you're being told something or preached to, like in Christianity. It comes out of you. But when I went to these meditation retreats, the Zen master was up there, spent a good part of the retreat telling us what we should be striving for, what we should aim for, and everything, instead of letting us find it. And what a difference, you know? When
It's
you find it, it
amazing.
comes upon you through, there are no words, there are no formulas. It pops out,
Yeah.
and then it's gone. But it was there, and it changes you somehow, the fact that you experienced it. So I think your dream catches this beautifully. All these rules, that's not what it is. But go by the book versus to be inspired. There are two different ways, you know. The spirit
Yes,
or the
yes,
text, the letter of the law versus the spirit of the law.
yeah. Spirit, yes.
That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes, yes, yes. So that's you know, it's just like we have like onion things. You have to let those outside things to peeled off.
Exactly. You don't eat the
And
outside
then
layer of the onion. You throw it
yeah,
away.
use it, yeah. You
Exactly.
go to core, yeah,
Go to
and you
the
can do
core,
it.
the delicious. Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. And I think here, yeah, the things I want to return, and I think the more important thing is like the man. I do need help. And in my dream, I say I want to help, but the man just kind of he say, find by yourself. I think there's a higher self told me that to find by myself. And that's I think for the ego part, I probably feel really rushed because time is really I lost my time. But this man just so calm, so relaxed. Because for higher self of a self, like for higher self, there's no time there. So that's this he just really like it doesn't matter like what happened to me, just like the no matter what happened in our outer world, it doesn't relate it to our true self. You know, it's not because now when we have the ego, we will see, oh, when something happened, we link it with the event or the issue with ourselves. But this man, it's just like nothing is my business. It's just it's just like a different level. It's like it's I think in a certain moment in my life, and I think now it is just like no matter what happened on me, I don't connect it with myself, like the bigger self, because none of them, they are just illusion, just like in Buddhism, in Buddha, what he just told us like actually what we experience, what we can express, it's just an illusion, just like it's not that real as we think it is. So it's not a, I think it gave me the strength, like I can just explore this world and I can try my best to do what I want to do because I don't really, um, because before I really care about I success or I failed. But when I have these ideas, like everything happened, I acknowledge what happened with me, but I don't label them or I don't how do you say I don't judge them because they are not they're just illusion and we are perfect spirits. We are here to experience it, but not not that those things happen on me to hold on me.
See, the
It's
thing,
different. I don't know. It's not come this way, but I
it's
explore.
hard to say in words. And
I don't know how to.
the reason, I don't know, maybe some people in the group haven't experienced this, and so your dream to them remained a mystery. But I've experienced this myself, and so the things you say, so often I want to stop you and just explain from my how how that happened to me. But you mentioned the word failed, you know, and I lived in New York for 30 years. And when I came into New York, there was something I wanted to become. And I failed to become that. And then I found something else I wanted to become, but I failed to become that. And so one way to look at my time in New York is as a huge failure. And yet, and I couldn't exactly understand. I couldn't exactly understand. I'm in Taiwan now, and I didn't make good in New York. And so I hope I'm making good here, helping people understand dreams, teaching these dream courses at the university.
You do. You do.
Oh, thank you.
You do help us. Thank
But I
you.
had this I went to Orchid Island, an island off the south east coast of Taiwan. It's a wild island, the most undeveloped part of Taiwan. With there's still Aboriginal tribes living there, and it's full of snakes, and the jungles are dangerous. And I was told ahead of time that it's dangerous and it's easy to get lost. But there was a sacred. Shuyen wanted to go to this sacred lake. The brochure described it and said, "Don't go there. It's very difficult to get on that path." And so I thought, well, I mean, in my youth, I did these wild explorations in the tropical, I risk all kinds of crazy things that I would never do now in my right mind, now that I'm more cautious. And so, but Shuyen wanted to go there, so we went there. We went up this path, and we went up, and it was getting to be dark, and we did get lost. We got lost in the jungle, and it's scary. I don't know if you've ever been in a jungle. It's scary, but in Puerto Rico, I was in the rainforest in El Yunque, and I was deep in the rainforest and searching these little orchids, the new species of orchid I discovered, and then it started getting dark. So I thought, well, I better get out of here before it gets dark. I won't find my way. And I turned around to go out, and I couldn't find which way was out because I was in the top of the mountains. Everywhere was dipping and there was no up and down. There was no left and right. There was no north and south. I had no compass. And it was like a terror struck me. And I thought, oh my God, this is it. It's going to get dark. I'm going to be here all night. Who knows what's going to happen? And just then, beep, beep, there was a beep because Puerto Ricans don't like to slow down. When they come, the curves in the mountains go this way and that way. Puerto Ricans like to drive fast. And so when they come to a curve, they go beep, beep. In other words, get out of my way, I'm coming. And somebody did that. And I heard the beep, beep. And I just head directly in the direction of that beep, beep. And I came to the road. And then I found my car. So I managed to get out. But it was really scary to get lost. Yes. And I got lost also in New York in so many different ways, all the different ways a stupid person could get lost in New York. I got lost, all the mistakes you can make, I made them. And when I was in Orchid Island, and we got what happened in Orchid Island is that we met this young boy who just graduated from high school, and he was going to be a dentist like his father. So this is a conventional person. And he's the one that told us he went up to the lake and he got lost. And something about the boy, the innocent boy, caused these words to come up for me. And I said this sentence. I said, if you're on a path you can't get lost on, you're not on the right path. And I said it with such authority, like God was talking, you know what I mean? And the boy looked at me, and I felt ashamed. I thought, well, look, I'm a nothing, just an old nothing. And who am I telling this future dentist, something like this? And so the talk turned to something else. And then I felt he didn't understand. So the voice came again. It was like another voice coming through me. And it said, because if it's a path you can't get lost on, it doesn't lead anywhere real. If it's a path you can't get lost on, it doesn't lead anywhere real. And he looked at me again with a strange look. He didn't understand that. And I didn't understand where the voice came from and why I was saying it and why I was making a fool of myself by being such a big authority. Because actually, that's one thing I could be an authority in. Anyway, and the final one is only when we're completely lost can what most matters possibly find its way to us so that we can know ourselves for the first time. That thing that happens is not from us. It comes from the other side, from what
Yes.
people call God, or what people call the self, or the deeper self, or whatever, or nature, or whatever. Who knows? I don't know what it is. I don't pretend to know what it is, but it comes from outside ourselves.
Yes.
And so a loss of self is a necessary part of the process. And this is what you talked about in your dream.
Yes. I don't have, yeah, because I try to find, and I try to find my motorbike, and I can't find it. I don't have the things to I don't know where to put back the knowledge I lost. I don't have the way to reach out. I lost. I mean, so I don't, I don't have it. But I think, like, when in my dream, it say when you lost, it's like when we say in the car park, there are so many car there. It's just like so many potential. When you got lost, you actually got so many potential, because that's the loss we bring us. It's unlimited. When you lost, you got more.
There's a in Buddhism,
You
it's
just
a story. It's a story about this ambitious young intelligent student who wanted to study and be the best, Buddhist. So he went to the greatest master, and he climbed up the mountain, went up the river, climbed up the mountain, and sat opposite him. And they brought out this teapot, and they're sitting at the table, and the student is telling the master all he knows about Buddhism, and blah 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 blah, all the rules you talked about, all those things, and blah 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 blah. He keeps talking and talking, and the master picks up the teapot and starts pouring it in. These little tiny cups they have over in China, just a little tiny cup. He's pouring tea in the little tiny cup, but he keeps pouring, and the student looks, his eyes get large, and he looks, and finally his tea is falling all over the table, going into his lap. He said, Master, the cup is full. And the master smiles. He said, he's got his point across. He said, it's like your mind. He said, it's already full. Go away and come back when it's empty. And that expresses the idea, the very idea you said, I don't know where to put it. I don't, you know what I mean? Be lost. It's not a bad thing. We have these American ideas, lost and found. You know what I mean? Good and bad. Religious and not religious. The religious and the sacred, the sacred and the profane. The profane means not religious. Those are not two separate things. It's just the same thing looked at from two separate ways. And that's what you're talking about in this dream. Am I wrong, or?
yes.
You've
Yes.
seen it.
Yes.
You've seen it. You've experienced it. And in the dream, you tell us about it. And it's almost impossible to express. I mean, it's so easy to say.
It's difficult to express. But I think that's yeah, but it's difficult to express, but somehow we know in our heart. We all know from our heart.
Well,
It
the
just
dream somehow enables you to express it, I think. Somehow this dream
in a
comes out of
way.
nowhere, and the dream is difficult to understand. We don't know what it's about, but you found out what it's about, and
Yes.
and it's about the fact that you've changed. You're not the one that started out on this exploratory journey who's looking for something. You're the one who's found something, I guess.
No,
So
we don't, yeah, we
would
don't
that be a way to put it? It's a little arrogant, I know, but it's like my
we don't
voice that came out of me,
search. We don't search for things. I think now it's like I think somehow the dream helps me, Dr. Yanding helps me. It's like the way the world it's we probably I'm more grateful right now. It's
But
just like the way
this
we are more grateful to what happened on me. It's like sometimes it's a trauma, the difficulty. When you look back, it's it's all it's all the nutrition that will help you to connect to your core. No matter I can express it or not. It just I think we are in the end we just celebrate our life even we lost. Even I cannot, I think in my dream it's like I know I'm going to somewhere, but I just don't know how. That's the dream tells me like I'm in this stage. I know I want to go somewhere. I know I want to connect with the true self. But I'm probably not there yet. I don't know where the way to go. But I only know that I need to let things go first,
Well,
and the way will find me. That's what I believe. And
well,
I do have that in us already. Just
one of the
yeah.
things you need to let go is the idea that you're not connected to the core already,
We connected. Just
because you're already connected to the core.
we
You just don't
connected.
realize it. That's the thing. And so you need to
Yeah.
let go of that idea that you're not there yet, you know.
Yeah.
And my friend Julie can't let go of that idea, so she needs some specialist always to tell her, you know. But the fact that we can actually go there and see, let the core talk to us, this is creepy to her. It's not creepy to me. It's really beautiful what you did with the dream, the way you did this with the dream, and the way you talk about being grateful. But that's one of the opposite of grateful is aggrieved, you know, like Donald Trump in America. About 45% of Americans are aggrieved. Oh, I don't have enough money. Oh,
Mm.
things aren't good. Oh, the government's not doing anything for me. All this crap. You know what I mean? But the truth is, you said,
We are
I think you said
fulfilled.
somewhere in your dream that you're grateful, even if you have, even if something's so small, you still are grateful for it. It's not how
Yeah.
big. I need $1 million, you know. No, you don't need it. Oh, look, I found a penny. Oh, I feel so grateful. That's what it is. That's the religious. It's a different way of looking at things. That's what you're saying. No, am I wrong?
Yes. 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 Yes.
And
And
when you said it, I understood it because that's the language. To be grateful is the attitude of the enlightened one, to be grateful. The Buddha was grateful. He didn't make any big claims. He was just grateful.
yeah,
And when you're
grateful.
grateful, you're capable of love and compassion and, appreciation. That's
And
your
Bill, I want to mention that I think it's when we connect with uh, our core beings, how can I live out? How can I practice in my daily life? That's probably my topic right now. Sometimes I know it's connect with me, but my behavior, I was, because I have this old pattern like for most of my life. So I know I connect with it. Now I just want to live in my life with this core being.
well,
That's probably the way I want to. It's the yeah. That's why I'm getting lost. I want
well,
to live it out.
it's okay to get lost, you know. It's okay to
Yes,
if
yes,
you get
yes,
lost, you're in good company. That's what I feel. But
yes,
as to how to practice this in your daily life,
yes,
this
yes,
is what all the masters have been telling us down from the beginning of time. Jesus told us this, Buddha's told us this, Lao Tzu told us this, Chuang Tzu,
yeah,
and they all had different ways. My Montague Ullman told us this. They all had different
yeah,
ways. Like for Buddha, it was to meditate, to sit there so still. Now that
yeah.
works. That's
That's
very
that's
powerful.
really important.
It's really
Meditate.
important.
Yes,
And
yeah,
to keep your posture straight, and to practice, to learn how to silence your mind. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat. It's always chattering around. They call it the monkey mind.
monkey mind.
You calm it down, and then you see a different thing. And the other way to practice is yoga, which you do, and that
Mhm.
stretches out the tension in your body, so you're not such a tense person. And another way to practice is to work with dreams like you're doing. And also not just
Yes,
figure your own dream, but to help other people with their dreams, like Jaru helped you with that dream and brought you
yes,
into the group.
yes, yes,
That
yes,
makes a big
Iris.
difference because if you can
Yeah,
use these things to help other people, that's the highest practice, is to give away what you have and to have
yeah,
nothing
to share,
to share.
to share. Bill, I think the dream group really helps me. It's like I used to suppress all my emotion because I'm a really rational, really logical mind of really, what I study is all about logistics and, logical things. Dream helped me to reveal or to aware my feelings, my emotions. It's probably the difficult things like because it's you can't describe them, and we pretend we are okay. But actually, if you reveal or you express your true feeling, no matter you are sad, you are grieving, you are all sort of emotion, it's part of me. When we say accept who we are, I think there are different levels. But I think the first thing is I have to accept my emotion, all kind of my emotion. I aware them and I accept them. Then I can go to the next step. I
I
think
think
it's really
emotions are very
important.
important. The way the
Believe,
brain is organized, we have a triune brain, and it's organized. The lower part of the brain has to do with the physicality. You know what I mean? Like a
okay,
tiger or something. And then farther
see,
up is emotion. These are the like a cat or a horse or a dog. You can see the emotions in a dog or a horse or a cat. And wild animals have it too, but you can't see it because they're so busy eating things, But and then the layer above that is what you say, the rationality that you're good at. And the thing is, each layer depends on the layer underneath it. Just like a tree needs roots, and the leaves need its trunk, and the and you know and the fruits need branches. Each layer needs the layer below it. And so the rationality needs the emotion. And if you're not connected with your
the
emotions in
balance.
an honest way, your thinking is could be twisted.
Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
that's
I
that's
think
what you're saying, I
it's
think.
well, what we say is like middle way. It need to be a balance.
But
I think now we all like I probably lost in my like really logical mind, or like I really depends on my logical mind. But actually, I need an emotion to combine with it,
of course,
and it
everything,
just yeah,
nothing is bad. Like you say,
middle
everything
way.
is somehow part of, and somewhere you said it. I can't find it when we're in this. But what happens is you lose that balance, then it's bad. The balance, everything, it has to be everything, not just one thing or the other.
Yes, yes, the
And
balance. Yes.
it's I don't know. I just feel your dream out now. Let me just read the parts of the dream, just so we appreciate that this how this came from the dream. I'm going to read the piece of the dream, and you tell us what you figured out it meant. Okay. You are looking for your motorbike in the car park. Motorbike. Why would you be dreaming about a motorbike?
The motorbike is the tool I use to reach out the world. That's my tool. And I lost my tool. It's just some things like I used to it for a long time and now I don't have it.
And now in real life, how do you lose your tool?
Oh, I okay, because I'm in a new environment.
You're in
Uh,
Australia now. You're not in
yeah,
Taiwan. Right.
because
New environment.
when I had that time, I don't have any transportation. And I don't, because I haven't spoken English for a long time. It's like even I want to communicate with people, I have a difficulty. It's my
Oh,
motorbike
because of the
to
language.
communicate. Yeah, or the different value. They think that, I mean, they love me. The people who stay with me, I know they love me. They like my parents, but what I'm doing, they think I'm awkward. I'm just like, they say, well, you're a little bit creepy. You're
Creepy?
not,
You call
you're not,
creepy too? It really upset me when she called me
yeah.
creepy. Because when I think of
They just,
creepy, I think
because I
something
do,
nasty.
I, I think the way I probably do yoga, I do like the people, um, not normal. For me, for them, I'm not normal. Maybe creepy is too much, but I'm not normal. So I think it's the motorbike is the way my vote not motivation, but it's the way how I connect with the road. It's not like I lost it. I lost it. The normal way I connect with the world. It's my motorbike. It's the tool how I communicate with people. I need to, I think that's what happened in my real life.
Well, it's
And
true.
when
With the
I,
motorbike, you connect with the outside world. You go down to the store to buy something. But what you do with your yoga, you connect with the inside world, you know. You become more,
yeah,
you know, it's
yeah,
you're okay. Anyway, okay, now this is the thing. And then you want to use your cell phone to call someone, and you realize your cell phone is not your cell phone, and your wallet is not your wallet. This is your dream. That's an interesting dream to have.
I feel like the physically, and I think the cell phone. I think cell phone is more like talk that communicates.
Yeah, cell phones
They
communicate the way
communicate.
you communicate with the world. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
It's not your
yes.
cell phone. That's interesting. What is
It's not mind anymore. Mine. I think when we talk about who we are, it's like not mine. If I don't define mine, there is actually like I think this mine will kind of linking link to if I don't stick with mine, they would actually open more way to me.
that's
It's
exactly what I think.
my
I
own
think you're
thing.
right. I think
Yeah.
if I limit my communication through my ego, it's a
Yes.
very narrow communication. But if I
Yes.
brought it out to
Yeah.
communicate with the whole of me, which connects with the whole of the world in a way, if I connect
Yes.
with the whole of me, now I don't know what that whole of me is. It's unknown. So every connection is an unknown connection in a sense. A lot of people are
Yes.
afraid of this. This
I
is
know.
creepy. This is creepy, you know. It's not
We
creepy.
probably can.
It's not creepy. It's
Yes.
real. It's touching. It's
It's
authentic. It's spiritual. It's religious.
yes, it because I think the scientist says we see, we believe, but sometimes we don't have to see, we can feel.
Oh, yes,
I
of
think
course.
it's
Yeah.
really limited. The scientists in a way, I mean, it's maybe in the future they would have a different definition, but I
Even the
think
scientists are like that. The greatest scientists, they can intuit, they feel, they sense. And that's why they make the experiments they do. It's the small, lesser scientists, like the lesser religionists. These people have to go by rules. You know what I mean? But the greatest scientists, they use intuition,
intuition.
this insight, you know, and they get a
Yes.
picture and they don't know where it comes from. Then they do an experiment and say, oh, wow, this is true. You know,
Ah,
that's the way
yes.
it really
Yeah.
works. It's not
Yes.
textbook science. It works in a more holistic way. Einstein, you know, a lot of physicists made fun of him, but
Yeah.
he came up with a concept of reality
Very
just
nice.
out of the blue. Where did he get it? You know, that's the thing. Where do we get what's best in us? We don't know where it comes from, where it goes to.
I think, Bill, we know what we know. It's really limited. It's only probably in the whole universe. We only knew that particle
Yeah,
and we focus on that
yeah,
particle.
yeah, yeah,
And I think if we can open ourselves up to the whole universe,
yeah,
it's undescribable.
yeah. So this adventure of being a human is an exciting thing.
Yeah,
Have a life.
yeah.
That's I think you said that in working with your dream. Okay, so where am I in your dream? I want to read your
The
dream.
wallet,
We're spending
and
people don't like to spend a lot of time on.
yeah, I
Um,
think I'll quick just say the wallet is the
wait.
set.
I am. You're in kind of you're in a meeting area like a religion, and you need to put an item back, but you cannot find where to put it. What is that?
Um, yes, okay. I think that the religion meeting area is what I obeyed for a long time. It's for my spiritually. I obey those rules, or I obey. There's something who is. It seems a great teaching to me, but it's from outside. I'm not really absorbing them, so it's kind of holding me up because I need to go next step. I need to
That's
go next
It's the
place.
exact truth. When the same teaching comes from inside, is so much greater. It is so much bigger, so much better, so much deeper, so much higher.
Yes,
When it comes from
yes,
inside, it's real.
yeah.
It's
And
not
when it's
creepy.
outside, um,
It's-
and I even don't know it
Zing,
unconsciously.
you're 100% right, because all these problems today, all these wars, all these killings, it's all from these people whose rules come from outside themselves, you know. We,
When you
you know, uh,
obey,
Hinduism must conquer Islam, you know what I mean? Or the other way, Islam must conquer Christianity. These are outside things. It's not from
yes,
inside. It's not real. It causes
that's
war and havoc and killing and terror.
the
Your
different
way is much more peaceful, you know.
love. I think it's all about love. You know, because like I
It's
think
all
that
about love. It's in
what
the end.
Buddha or
Yes,
Jesus told us, it's all about love. Because
yes,
but when we have our human ego mind, we
yes,
twist it into rules,
yes.
and then it lost the
Ex- ex-
flexibility.
That's exactly what your dream says, you know.
Yeah,
I'm reading fast because of the time.
yeah,
You can, the man, there's a man there who does not want to help you. He wants you to find it by yourself.
that's the because I can't find a way, and I'm searching for someone can tell me.
I know, I'm
But I
telling you,
think
I know.
Dream is so amazing. Dream tells me that, yeah, you have to find your own way, my own
Exactly,
way,
exactly.
my own way. Yes. And I think that's really important to confirm that I have my own way.
I think
Yes,
we got most of the dream. Did I miss
yes,
anything? Is there
yes.
anything I missed in this conversation? We
No,
had a free-ranging conversation. Um,
I think we all have like, I want that's the message for every human being. So I think we have our own core and we find our own way.
and the thing is, the
It's
amazing thing
important.
is, when we get to our own core, we find that we're already connected to everyone else. The compassion is there. You know, it's
Yes,
one. It's like one. They're not enemies. Just because their skin's a different color or they're different religion, they're not enemies. They're just connected with us.
yes,
Get to
yes,
the
we all
core, we find we're
connected.
connected.
Yes, yes. And even
I've got
with the animals, plants, we connect with the whole universe.
the stones, the
And
rocks, the stars. I've
yes,
got to
yes, we all
close
part of
because
oneness.
this has been an
Yes,
hour now and people won't watch for a long. They don't like to watch so
we
long.
need to cut. No
But
worries.
Zing, I want to thank you. I mean, this was a bit of a helter-skelter interview, but I think what you touched on was so important. The dreams connect us with what is most real, even with the very most real thing that we can't exactly understand, which is religion and what people, the metaphor is God, you know, or enlightenment. Those are metaphors. But dreams connect us with ourself, our real self, and let us be who
Yes,
we are. It's not
yes.
creepy.
It's the
You're
it's
very
real
good at
things,
this.
important.
It's important. And
It
later
is
on today, we've got
important.
to go in other reasons because in a few hours, you're going to lead the dream group. And,
Yes.
and so you've got to work ahead of you. So I just want to thank
Yeah,
you. Let me, I'm going to
we
end this.
close it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. I hope we all connect. We and connect who
We
we are. Yes. Thank you so much.